Hey, how's it going, folks? The name's Stephanie, and welcome back to another episode of Ducking Around, the series where we play random games, and today we're playing Phantom Doctrine. So, this is a game that I have not played for a good chunk of time, like we're talking like 5 years ago here. So, Phantom Doctrine. So, the best way to describe Phantom Doctrine is that it is a squad-based, turn-based strategy game that has roots to, say, XCOM, Pheonix Point, and some others, just to name a few names. But basically, this has its own flavor and its own mechanics, and I dare say it's actually a pretty good game by itself. So yeah, so hopefully if anyone hasn't heard of this game before, I would suggest checking it out. It is a good game. So, what is it? Well, basically, there's two campaigns we could play as. We could play as the American CIA, or we could play as the Russian KGB. This is based in the Cold War, which we're talking 1960s to the beginning of the 1970s. This is a time of recent history that I love. It's all about espionage and stealth and spies and all that, you know what I mean? It's really cool. It's got a nice flavor to it. So we're going to be doing a full playthrough, basically as part of Ducking Around. And basically, yeah, and we'll just play this whenever I have the time to do it, or whenever I feel like doing it. So we're going to do both games, and there is actually a third. There's actually a third campaign that we could do as well, but we need to beat one of the other campaigns to do so. So let me just look at my options. Borderless window, that's fine. Graphics, very high. I'm just going to bring this down to medium, if you guys don't mind, because I haven't got the best. Computer. Audio should be fine. Graphics should be fine. Always run. Select speed of wait times. That's fine. I'll save it. Always use the shortest path. Yep. Reduce range of the actor perk. This guys. I'm gonna leave that on. Accelerates movement animation. That's fine. It's phase. So yeah, sim close. So basically, when it comes to this game, there's a lot of different mechanics that you would be used to. Now, I did say that this has nods to XCOM and Pheonix Point. If you are going to play this game, do not treat it like it's XCOM. Like I said, it's its own game. But I'll explain things as we go along. And to be honest, I still remember some tips. I still remember some tricks of the trade to get through this game. So I'll explain things one thing at a time. So let's do this though. Right, so we're going to play medium. Actually, do you know what? No, I'm going to play an easy actually, because like I said, it's been a long time since I last played this game, and we'll play a different, actually, hold on, extended, play a more in-depth version of story, get to the bottom of things. No, I think that has to be on the, I think that's on that's when we complete the first campaign, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've not played this game in a long time, so I was going to play it easy. Not to mention, even on easy, it's quite challenging if you don't know what you're doing. Enable tutorial, yes. Iron Man mode, let's restart campaign on game over, no. Subtitles all, yep, you can go next. So yeah, so we have a choice between CIA, the KGB, and whatever this one is at the bottom. So we're going to start with the CIA first. So codename Deadpan. As an elite CIA wet work commando, unravel a conspiracy set in the middle of the war-torn Beirut and beyond. So we get to choose our real name. So our real name is going to be Frederick Smith. There we go. That's a very spy name, Frederick Smith. We're gonna be male, and we're gonna choose our passport photo. Just to let you know, you can actually add your own photos into this via mods, I believe. Yeah, we'll go with this guy, I think. Go this guy. Great. Okay, and the cool thing is we get to choose what our agents look like. So, preset. Not going to go too much into this, to tell you the truth. Probably just like that. Hair, receiving hairline, clean shaven. Yeah, I was going for the passport photo. Clothes, jean jackets. No, I don't want jeans. Let's see, what screams? G-Man, let's see, what screams Frederick Smith? Somebody is old, somebody that's very suave, yes. Should we go for a blue or should we go for a burgundy? I think this guy's a mustard kind of guy. Yeah, this guy's a mustard. Red tie? Ooh, can do. Ooh, you know, kind of giving off Constantine colors here actually. The mustard blue, no, mustard green. No, I like the red actually. The red sounds pretty good. Warmer pants, cargo pants, suit pants, pleated, duty, leather, tracksuit. I mean, we could match it with leather pants. No, let's go with suit pants, and we'll do it in the same colour, methinks. Or maybe not. No. What goes well with the green, with the mustard, and the red? I'm kind of thinking like something between the colour spectrums. That works. Okay, gloves. Maybe gloves if we want to. Medical gloves, motorcycle. Nah, I'm not gonna go any. No, yeah. No. All good spies need to cover up the fingerprints. Okay, shoes. We're not going hikers, sneakers. No. Oxfords. Ooh, Oxford sounds good. Tail boots, derbies, loafers. No. Glossy biker boots, runners, trainers, hikers. Nah, I like the Oxfords. No, is there anything? Oh yeah, do we go for the mustard to match the jacket? Yeah, we go for the mustard to match the jacket. Headgear. Do we need a hat? Beret? No. Panama? Fedora? Hooligan hat? Nah. Like beanie, baseball, spork, beanie hat, military cap, tall fedora, cocked hat, bandana. Nah. Panama looks good. Actually matches the aesthetics a little darker maybe. They keep it within the range. Match the tie? Yeah, do that. Match the tie. Eyewear? Any glasses? Cyclops. Shutters? Nah, doesn't need it. Attachments? Cigar? I'd say he's a little pipe. Yeah, I'd say this guy's a smoker, I'd say, in my opinion. Details. Scars? Tattoos and makeup? Don't need. USSR Patriot now. Okay then, right. Start the game then. I'm going to hide this because it's a cutscene. The events you're about to see may be buried or covered up, but those with traceable records have been marked with a specific date they occurred on. Verify at your own risk, but trust no one. Oh damn it, I forgot about my little intro. I forgot about the thing I always say when we're starting new games. So yeah, so please, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a chair. Where is it? Get yourself a chair, get yourself comfortable, and let's play some Phantom Doctrine. There we go, that'll feel better.
This is Golf Yankee Juliet uniform. Reporting contraband seized.
Understood. Break off patrol. Head back to base.
Товарищ, HMS Conqueror нарушил радиомолчание.
Что? Показать расшифровку. Побыстрее. Немедленно послать в Москву. Немедленно.
We got intel from Vladivostok. It's big, Steve.
Langley seen it yet?
No. Should they?
Hell yeah, but use the network. We don't want anyone listening in.
First the British, and now the Americans. Was there anyone else you wanted to involve in our plans?
I am handling it, Valhalla. Get out. Both of you.
Your incompetence has exposed us. Now Iceberg is in jeopardy.
Doing all of this in the open was your idea.
True. It was a simple plan that any fool could have executed. And you failed.
Gentlemen, this problem is easily solved.
Traitors.
Now, don't shout. It's bad for your heart.
No trace of the murder weapon or anything. Tutorial. Operation Threshold. East Berlin. Beholder Initiative Covert Ops. Urgent Top Secret. Briefing. High-value cargo hijacked by British. Agent Kingfish to redeploy in UK. Run recovery ops. Phase 1. Enter British sector and FRG. Collect necessary forms for secured location. Activate sleeper asset. Rook. Further orders to be disclosed in due course. Handler. Valhalla. Primary objectives. Reach the sleeper agent and activate its control phase. steal shipping manifests, and evacuate on the other side of the border. Secondary objectives? None. Alright, let's do this on.
I hope you have a good reason for pulling me off that RAF gig.
Absolutely. This operation is crucial to Project Iceberg.
Why are you even talking to me? You're taking an awful risk.
Nonsense. They may be expecting defectors, but not the kind of hardware you're carrying.
Ihre Papiere bitte.
That's the effective way of showing your papers. Okay then.
The locator chip indicates the sleeper is in position. Are you familiar with it?
Who could forget that handsome face?
Okay then. So, this game has two different phases in terms of combat. So for those familiar, so I'm just checking to make sure if it's fine. I don't know if I need to lower my sound a little bit. It should be good. So basically with this game, it has, similar to XCOM 2, we have a concealment or infiltration phase, and we have our actual combat phase. Excuse me, hit the mic. Basically, when it comes to this game, infiltration is a lot more important than the actual combat phase. You'll see this as we're playing on. So, in infiltration stage, guards will only react if you do something suspicious. Move to indicated position with the right mouse button. You're safe for now. So basically, as it says here, infiltration. So we need to move to over here.
Ihre Papiere bitte.
Action and fire points. Most actions cost action points. Some actions, especially combat related, can also cost fire points. FB. Phantom Doctrine is a turn-based game, so when all your ancient points depleted, end your turn. So we need to end our turn, which is up here. So yeah, so basically, instead of having like 2 action points, you know, each turn, you know, 1 for move, 1 for fire, or for reload, or whatever. With this game, we have 2 action points and 1 fire point. So we can actually move twice if we want to shoot, or other actions as well. Be extra careful when entering a restricted area. If a guard sees you, he'll call the alarm. So basically, when it comes to this game, depending on your equipment of your agents, basically, you'll have 2 different options you can do. The first, well, I like to call these, there's 3 different types I like to call them. First of all, I call them the infiltrator. The second type I like to call the middleman, and the third one I like to call the assault team, or the assault group. So, depending on your specific skills that an agent can get, a infiltrator can basically go into here with a disguise, and basically they can do anything they want behind the in the restriction zones, right? The middlemen, they can be okay in the non-restriction zones, such as these, for example. They can move around. The guards can, you know, have a look at them as long as they're not doing anything they shouldn't do, like, for example, tampering with machinery like that, or going into restriction zones like that. Then they're fine. But the assault team, depending on what equipment they have, you'll get a little tag called openly hostile, which means if in a blue move like this, if the guard sees you, then you will automatically spring the alarm and you go into combat. So right now, Kingfish is what I like to call a middleman. So let's move to here.
In Ordnung. Gehen Sie weiter.
Skip the rest of your turn and the guard will continue his patrol. Hint, move the cursor over a character to preview their patrol path, so this is another good thing. So as you can see, so if we highlight it over the guard here, he's going to come down here and down that way. So it's very, very important that we take our time with each turn and figure out what guard is currently doing what. So let's skip the turn like it says. So he's walking down this way.
Deadpan your file spoke about.
The latest CIA washout. Could be dangerous.
I sincerely doubt that.
Okay. When in restriction mode, move with caution. Use Q and E to rotate the camera for convenience. So yeah. So we're going to move to here now. So as you can see, it takes 1 action point. So we're seeing trespassing. So there we go. Avoid cameras. This will trigger the alarm if you cross their cone of vision. Cameras can be disabled if you find the CCTV central unit, which is this. So yeah, so basically we go over the top of it, right click or left click, and the agent will disable the camera.
Deal with the security quietly. We don't want unnecessary trouble.
Thank you. I can handle myself.
Now, depending on if it's going to explain or not. So, here's the other thing as well. This game has an behind the scenes. This game has an active threat counter, I like to call it. So, depending on what you're doing, right? So, for example, you can, it'll tell us in a bit in this tutorial, but you can actually eliminate guards silently. Now, depending on what you do, such as turning off cameras, disposing of guards, they'll tell you in the description, in the tutorial how you do it. But what happens is, guards will start getting a little suspicious, and they'll start going on an active patrol. And if they catch the middleman, or the infiltrator, depending on what you're doing, then you automatically go in combat as well. But basically, the more you do things, the more the guards will get a little bit more reactive and start patrolling, and actually will start patrolling in groups rather than individually. So it's a balancing act. Okay, enter the main building.
Found our puppet.
Yep.
Give him the control phrase.
Enemy agent located. This is one of our sleeper agent. Use the control phase on the abilities menu. So we go to abilities. As you see, it costs 1 fire point, and then confirm. There we go. A sleeper agent is safe to go anywhere. Go up the stairs, use the mouse wheel to change floors, and then select the target file. So that's like one of the things that we can do in our own game. So yeah, so it's right to move, left to confirm. Guards can be taken out silently. So we can take here, we got the takedown, slightly incapacitate target, non-lethal against civilians, target West German Customs, and that's going to cost 50 awareness. We're going to go over awareness later on. So, awareness. All characters have a certain level of awareness. It can be used to select actions, e.g. takedown. This is important. In combat, awareness allows agents to dodge when shot at, effectively reducing perceived damage. Awareness regeneration is every turn and can be used by certain ability items. So in this game, there's no hit percentage. This is why I said Phoenix Point, because Phoenix Point is dynamic shooting. Basically, all attacks on us will hit. And now, depending on our awareness of each particular unit, that will either have the chance to miss the target, but to dodge the shot altogether, or it will reduce the damage. Another way to reduce damage is the type of armor that our units can wear, and also half and full cover will effectively decrease it as well. So this is why the game kind of not forces you, but rewards patient infiltration play. And trust me, combat is good, but trust me, we do not want to go in combat. Definitely not. So, use the spot of support to lift fog of war and reveal enemies and civilians inside the indicated room. Note that support agents operate from a specific direction and must have line of sight of fire to target to be effective. So we got tactical spotter east. This is another thing that we can get later on down the line. And we actually get a pretty cool cutscene for it as well.
Located the documents, but we'll have to breach the room.
And this is one of the
I'll clean the mess after you.
yeah, and this is one of the coolest features. Breaching. So we're gonna move up here. And we're gonna move here. Yeah, this is a really cool cool option. So, breach ability. Select the breach ability, select the marked room for attack, and confirm. So, we're breaching. Nearby agents move into the designated area and shoot any encountered hostiles. Suppresses enemy overwatch. Requires at least 2 targets with firing capability. Right mouse click on enemies to lock targets. So, breach confers a damage bonus, making it extra deadly. So, breach, okay. And confirm. So as you see, we just go in and start attacking. Note that using non-suppressed weapons always triggers the alarm and starts combat in turn. So when it comes, yeah, so alarm raised on suspected gun has been fired. Now, this is the thing about combat as well. Now, when you go into combat, you want to make sure it's one of the last things in this game or in the mission, because the longer you dilly-dally, the more reinforcements that's going to come, and you'll end up facing. And sorry.
Enter the evac zone. The driver will take you directly to Glasgow.
Copy. Over and out.
As long as it doesn't come to my neighborhood. I was gonna say, yeah. So basically, any waves of enemies will start coming, and this is more of a get the hell out of here situation. So we're gonna call for the evac, and it arrives in 2 turns. But the evac does not stay for long. It's actually on a timer. So evac will take 2 turns to arrive. Select Overwatch to guard the room. So this is the other cool thing about Overwatch as well. So with Overwatch, you have 2 different versions you can do. You can either do a cone-based, or you can do an area-based like this. As you extend out, you can go into a different direction, or you can just kind of go like that for close quarters. Pretty cool. Okay, move to the window. Set over range. Note that long-range Overwatch has a conical area effect, as opposed to the circular range. Yep, this guy's an M16.
I got this.
And then turn. So you could pretty much get. So yeah, we're going to wait 2 turns. So basically, you can get a gist of. There we go. Nice. So as I was saying, you can get the gist of how things are going to work. But yeah. So jump out the window and take cover. Cover reduces incoming damage. Yes, this is what I mean. Okay, for 1 5.1 AP, you can use the full auto attack, which will suppress the enemy, particularly wearing their awareness. So yeah, so basically different weapons will have different fire modes. So we can go full auto, we can go single, burst, reload, and Overwatch. So the difference between the 3 depends on the weapon that you have. So for example, with the M16, it's got single fire attack, burst fire, and full auto. With the different modes has different I'm not gonna say different accuracies per se, but has a different awareness / damage ratio compared to other things. So it's gonna take us 10 ammo. So we're on 24 shots, so it's gonna bring us down to 14. We can just remove all the awareness. So yeah, for example here. So damage versus awareness. Phantom Doctrine has no random chance to hit, but attacks can deal various amounts of damage, presented as follows. Maximum damage, minimum damage. Targets automatically dodge incoming attacks, provided they aren't at point blank range. Dodging costs awareness. A dodged attack deals minimum damage, else maximum damage. Damage is further reduced by target armor and cover. Note, in infiltration at the beginning of combat, enemy awareness is always 0 except for enemy agents who start at full awareness. So yeah, so basically, it's like I said, it's a high risk, high reward kind of combat system that it has. So you pretty much need to think about, what's the best. Some weapons are able to land devastating headshots but cost awareness. And just honestly, pistols are probably one of the best weapons in this game because of this ability. Headshot. Boo. Good night. So yeah, so basically, there's lots of different weapons that we can have. There's different abilities, different trainings that each character can learn and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. It really is, and I'm surprised I didn't do this. I'm surprised I didn't do this before actually. So as I mentioned, evac is on a timer. So when the evac compromise timer elapses, you will incur a danger penalty upon the conclusion of the mission. Note, however, does not affect mission success or failure. The evac compromise has a different penalty altogether when we get to the hideout or the Avenger, whatever you want to call it. So let's get King Mission.
Mission objective complete.
Let's get working. And then evac. And get a pretty cool evac scene. Go, go, go! Congratulations, you reached the end of the tutorial. Yep. So, unsanctioned raid, Whitefish. We arrived in Pakistan to check up on their alleged nuclear program. We engaged the missionary in disguise, but it isn't foolproof. Keep clear of the high-ranking Pakistani troops. Do not engage unless they fire first. Confirm the existence of the fission device, then evacuate before they know you're even here. Primary objectives. Find proof of the project. Evac upon completion of main objectives. So yeah, so now we're playing as the CIA. 6 weeks earlier.
You really think this Pakistani nuclear program is legit?
Leslie's usually right about these things.
Really? Shit. I bet him $10 it wasn't.
You're a hopeless dreamer, Bolt.
Kirana Hills Air Force Base, Pakistan. March 11, 1983. Local time, 12:30 night.
Found a nice landing spot. I'll wait here until you call for evac.
Good. Keep the comms to a minimum. Our disguise is pretty thin as it is.
What if Leslie calls?
I don't think he'll be joining us on this one. He's on the move.
Yep. So, this agent disguise can safely go anywhere without raising the alarm. Suspicious actions witnessed by enemies or civilians will trigger combat. Enemy agents also always see through disguise, unless they have the actor perk, which they don't. And I think this is, what time is it? Yeah, do you know what? I think this is a good time to end the episode. I just wanted to do the tutorial and just let you guys know what the game is about and all that. But I can actually save it? I can save it, good, so we can come back to this when need be. So yeah, so basically, this is what the vast majority of the gameplay is going to be like. Basically between infiltration and then doing whatever objectives we need to do. There is a bunch of stuff that we can do, like a bunch of things we can do. But, yeah, each mission will be different. And, again, there is a hideout mechanic that we have, which we can, like, recruit other agents and do training and other things. And it even has, like, a research mechanic as well to research new things as well. It's pretty cool, and you know what? I'm kind of glad I decided to play this game again, because like, just the other day I was looking through my Steam library and I was thinking, what games can I play? And I noticed this and I completely forgot all about it. I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's give it. Let's put all the Ducking Around episodes. Be kind of cool. So yeah, so basically I'll play this whenever I feel like it. I did have plans to do this as an official playthrough, but you know, with so many games on my list and all that, you know, sometimes, you know, with this series at least I can do a little bit of an express for games like this. So yeah, so let's go cool then. Right, so anyway, my friends, that's going to be it for today's episode. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And apart from that, enjoy the rest of your awesome day and I hope to see you next time. Take care.